He would.
Yeah. And
Or Harry Styles.
No one wears a handbag that and jacket.
Yeah, it didn't feel like he was that comfortable with the accessory, and a lot of people were saying on TikTok, like,
I always get nervous leaving the house to make sure like the house is actually closed with Max being there. Anyway, we are currently on our way to the nail salon. Yeah, I have my pressed nails on from Glowy. I always say it wrong, and I know I say it wrong every time, but then I always second guess myself. Anyway, I have them on currently, but I completely forgot that about a month ago, or even longer potentially, I booked into a nail bar salon lady here in Toowoomba that I wanted to try for a manicure and pedicure this afternoon. So yeah, we're gonna go do that now, get my nails done. I'm actually really looking forward to it because I kind of had all of my nails done and looking pretty, and then obviously we moved and it was really cold, and so I kind of just let them grow out, and then they chipped off and all the shellac fell off, and so then they've kind of just been like gross, fragile, chipped nails. It currently feels like it's peak hour here in Toowoomba. Anyway, yes, so about 6, maybe 8 weeks ago, pretty much when we first moved, I booked in a bunch of like facials, nail appointments, like hairdressers, everything, because I kind of thought I wanted to get through the move. We obviously had a lot of traveling. A lot of these places have wait lists, so I booked in a bunch of everything to basically just try some new places and also treat myself a little bit after we got through the initial move and like all the traveling that we did before, like when we moved here over the last couple of weeks. Anyway, this is a roundabout story to say I have a nail appointment. I'm on my way. I think I've booked in for biab and shellac on my toes, but we will see, because I'm actually considering maybe just getting shellac on my nails and doing something fun rather than biab, because I know biab you actually really do have to keep up with, and I'm unsure if I want to keep up with it or if I just want to have like some fun nails. However, I am also really on like my nail health journey, so I don't know, maybe we do stick with the biab. I'll see what she says. I'm pretty sure it's like a home business as well, which will be nice to try. The only problem is if I don't like her and I get biab, I'm kind of stuck with going back to her, so unsure. Anyway, hopefully I like it and we will see. We are now home. I'm just about to put some dinner on, but I thought I'd quickly jump on here and show you my nails. I literally got home and jumped straight into my absolute most comfies, literally my Qantas pajamas and robe, because I was freezing when I left. I had shorts and a t-shirt on and it was just way too cold for that. These are the nails. They are stunning. It's amazing what they say about really getting your personality back when your nails are done. But yeah, so I just got home. I've just let Max out. He's just running around going to the bathroom, and I'm just about to put dinner on. I think tonight I was gonna make gnocchi, but we have 2 bread rolls that I need to eat, and I remember I bought myself this soup a while back, so I think I'm just gonna reheat this and have the bread rolls for dinner tonight, and then maybe tomorrow have the gnocchi and salad or something. But yeah, looking forward to it. Plus I'm quite cold, so I think this could be really yummy. Good morning. You have Max and I in the car. We're on a road trip. It's been a couple of days, I think, since I last picked up the camera, but it is now Friday. It's about 9:30 and we're hitting the road to head down to Brisbane for the day. I've got my work event this afternoon, but I also have a couple of errands to run on my way down. Blake's pre-ordered some meat that I need to go pick up from a butcher, which is kind of like halfway back to Brisbane, so we figured whilst I was on my way I may as well stop. And then I also have to go to my parents' house to drop Max off and like set up the house for him and Rufus to have a little play date while I'm at the cooking class. And then I think that should finish around 3ish, and I'll be picking my mum up from work after that and then heading back home. I haven't packed us an overnight bag, but technically I've got one of Max's beds in the car because we set up the whole back seat for him so that he can have a sleep if he wants. So maybe I'll stay depending on how I feel later on today, or maybe I will just come back to Toowoomba, but we'll see how the evening goes. I wasn't planning on staying. I do have my friend coming up tomorrow to visit, so yeah, we'll see. But anyway, that's a future problem. Right now we are hitting the road. But yes, I'm on the social committee at work, so I help plan these events, and we've actually booked a pub bar area for drinks after the class, which will be fun. But I'm actually not going to go because I'm going to pick my mum up from work. She's finishing at 3:30, so by the time I finish and get to the car and whatnot, she should be outside waiting for me to pick her up, and then head home and spend a bit of time with mum and maybe have dinner there before we head home. I'm not too sure yet. We'll kind of just see what mum and I want to do. Mum's also home alone this weekend. My sister's overseas in Jakarta for a uni trip, and my dad does FIFO, so he is actually away this weekend as well. So yeah, me and mum might spend the night together because all of our family is away, that obviously. But yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Everybody go there and separate.
Just dropped Max off at the vet's. I've got no makeup on, wet hair, but yeah, we had a bit of a slow morning this morning because Max had to go into the vet's for some surgery today. He's just getting some regular surgery today. He's getting a couple of teeth removed and his little de-sexing done, which I feel so guilty about. And I don't know if that's just part of being a dog mum, but I feel really guilty about putting him into the vet's now because he's almost 1. And yeah, it's a strange feeling, but anyway, thought we'd do that today so I can start booking him into some doggy daycare here in Toowoomba over the next couple of months, especially because he's going to be 1 on November 1st. So I thought it'd be a good time for him to get some socialization in and meet some other dogs up here and have some playtime, because that's one thing I've really noticed since we moved, that we don't have a community of friends up here with dogs. We don't really have a community of friends yet either. So I thought, yeah, we'll get that done and then he can start going to puppy daycare where he can just hang out with some other dogs and not lose those social skills that he kind of built up as a puppy. But yeah, it's been a little while since I've picked up the camera. It's probably been a couple of weeks since I've actually spoken to you, but a couple of days since I filmed any clips. I filmed random bits and bobs here and there. But I thought I would just pick up the camera, say hello, kick off a new vlog. This weekend is actually our first weekend in a long time that we have nothing on for the next 2 weeks, especially just because obviously Max will be a little bit in recovery, that we kind of decided to keep it chill, enjoy being here. Spring is well and truly in motion here. The flower festival finished last weekend, so it's a bit more back to regular programming. We've got no family, no friends staying with us. So I thought, yeah, nice weekend at home, bring you along. There's a couple of things I wanted to do today. I don't know if Max is actually going to be out as long as I had kind of expected. There was a few errands I wanted to run, but I might do them on the weekend instead. I've got to take some suits to a local charity that like donates or gifts outfits to teenage kids who are going to formals, and we've got some really nice quality suits and formal wear that we just don't wear anymore, that just doesn't fit us. So I thought I'd donate those and give them to some people who need them. Plus, I love that this charity gifts them for free. So it's well and truly for kids who actually just can't afford it. So hopefully they'll get a nice surprise with some Jack London and Caliber suits and whatnot. And then I thought I would kind of go through my wardrobe a bit later. Over the last few weeks, months, I've noticed what I'm drawn towards wearing, my style that I'm seeing online, the things that I'm kind of drawn to is changing a little bit. Definitely getting a bit more neutral, and I don't know, just like a bit more, I don't know, different. So I thought I would go through my wardrobe, get rid of some stuff I haven't worn in ages. I've also ordered in a couple of new things lately, so just wanted to, yeah, clear it out a bit, give some space for some new items, especially with Black Friday coming up. So as you can see, we are in the car. I've just packed up the back of the car with some suits. Before we actually moved here, my partner did a bit of like a wardrobe clear out, tried on all of his suits, and figured out some that he didn't fit him or he didn't want anymore. And one thing we really wanted to do with them, because they're really good quality, it's like Jack London Caliber 2 3-piece suits plus a few suit jacket and pant options. So because they were such good quality and in really good condition, we didn't want to just donate them to Lifeline or Vinnie's. We wanted to make sure they went to like a donation place that would dress predominantly high school students for formals for free. So I found a couple of charities over the last few weeks, and there's actually one in Toowoomba that does suit a lot of, yeah, formal students for their upcoming occasions for free. So I'm going to go drop them off now to get them out of the house and then see what else they need, because whilst we're home this weekend, I might go through some of my stuff as well and see if there's shoes or accessories or anything else that they might need for the upcoming formal season that I no longer wear and no longer need, that can definitely have a better home. So yeah, let's go drop off these suits. I am all obviously done up this Monday morning. I've got to take Max to the vets now, and then I just thought this weekend has been really tiring. We've hardly had any sleep. Because I guess there's a lot of things that like I expected, obviously with Max going through his desexing and getting some teeth removed, but also just a few things that I wish I had prepped a little bit more for. Plus I am like, I guess, his security blanket, so he never really wanted to leave me, including at nighttime, so he'd try and jump on the bed to get to me and things like that. But yeah, so there's definitely things I would probably have prepared more for. Had I have known. I also think we expected him, he's had some surgery before to get some teeth removed when he was very, very young, and he was just like basically completely out of it for 2 days and just slept the entire time, which I think we kind of expected him to be like again this time. However, he wasn't. Obviously he like had the cone on his head, or has the cone on his head, so he can't really lay down, and I don't know, he pulled out of the sort of doziness very, very quickly and was just kind of like crying, and it's a very difficult thing to watch your puppies go through, especially when they are like your children. But yeah, anyway, so I thought today I would put a little bit of makeup on, make myself feel more alive. I also have a hair appointment today, which my vet, so luckily, are actually going to look after him. I'm obviously taking him to the vets now for his post-op 3-day checkup. And then they're actually going to keep him for a couple of hours while I go and get my extensions removed and whatnot, because I think it's just definitely time for them to come out. They're getting very obvious, and it's summer. I like to take my hair or my extensions out for summer because it's obviously a lot hotter, a lot of work to maintain. So I thought I'd just go back to all natural, maybe get a little bit of a lighten. But we'll see what I feel like once I see what my hair looks like once the extensions are out. So yeah, we're going to go run to that. I've got my laptop to do some work while I'm there, but luckily it won't take very long at all because it's like removing my extensions, which is very, very quick. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. Like I said, this weekend we didn't really do much. We basically just sat between the couch, the floor, and the bed with Max. We got a lot of like little bits and pieces around the house done. Like one of us kind of would do something while the other one stayed with him, so that he didn't try and run after us, because he just didn't like being very far from us at any point on the weekend. Like even when we were hanging the washing out, one of us had to carry him out there so he could just sit there and watch us, because otherwise he'd just cry or try and run, which he obviously can't do at the moment. So yeah, it was a very chilled weekend, very homey. Didn't honestly do much apart from cleaning a couple of things around the house, like I said. So yeah, there wasn't much to film, but I thought because of that, I would continue this vlog into this week a little bit and capture a couple of things over the next few days. Hello everyone. I mean, this lighting is not great, but I also just look super tired at the moment. But hello, welcome back. It is Friday. I actually don't know the last time I vlogged. A lot has happened. Let me just actually put my maps on. Hello?
Hi, what's up?
Hey.
To Australia
Okay.
this October.
Back to what I was doing. I probably really should go put the baby gate up, but I also feel bad because technically I have left the house now and he's finally not standing there watching me. So hopefully he does just stay downstairs for the moment. Pause. Anyway, yes, it has been a couple of weeks. Max obviously had his neutering, his desexing, his vasectomy, whatever you call it, surgery literally 2 weeks today ago. And then he went back on Monday to get his cone off, and it was fine. He was fine after it. Obviously it's just a little bit stressful when they have the cone because they don't like it, they get stressed, they don't really eat as much. He's obviously just had stitches, so it's like keeping him safe. So it was a bit of a hectic 10 days looking after him because he does have so much energy as well and he loves to play. And then yeah, on Monday we got the cone off. He was fine on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday he got really sick with like diarrhea and vomiting and just like not eating. So he actually ended up spending the day at the emergency or at the vet hospital to get fluids and whatnot. He kind of came good, but the only thing was Wednesday night there wasn't going to be a vet or a vet nurse there overnight, so he would have had to have been there alone. So I made the call to bring him home so that if he did get worse overnight or if anything did happen, he wasn't just like stuck in a crate at the vet's by himself for so long, and I could be there to monitor him and take him to emergency if he really needed attention. So Wednesday was a very interesting night. It was a very stressful day, and then yesterday we had our checkup. He's definitely doing so much better. He's improved so much. But he is still a little bit upset in the stomach, which they said will last for a couple of days while the medication's still kicking in and he's sort of fighting the infection. But he basically has a minor infection. Ooh, let me just go forward. Yeah, so he is definitely doing so much better now. Still a little bit sick, but they said yeah, that would last for a couple of days while everything kicks in and he does fight off the infection because he does have a minor infection. So that's not amazing, but because of that I've basically been home for 2 weeks and haven't really left the house. And it's a half day today for work, so I have finished. I've been literally chilling on the couch with Max for the last little while. I put together a new chair which I can show you in the upstairs living room, but I thought I kind of just really wanted to get out of the house. I've been looking at some Christmas inspiration, and there is some stuff that I know I have been wanting and I will be buying. I know it sells out pretty quickly from Provincial Home, more so our wrapping stuff. I was going to go to Kmart and Bed Bath & Table and Adairs as well, but I don't think I'll do that today. I think I'll just go to Provincial because it's in a different shopping centre. Go there, pick up the stuff that I knew that I wanted, and then maybe make a bit of a hit list for tomorrow. I also feel kind of silly doing this now because I know I should wait for Black Friday, but I also know the stuff from Provincial I really want. I've been umming and ahhing for so long and like when to buy it, and I do know it sells out very quickly. So I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy the things now that I'm pretty sure are going to sell out before Black Friday, and then maybe make a bit of a hit list of everything else for Black Friday or just like other things I need to be getting. And then I also am going to go to the markets on the weekend, so I figured, I know I've said this a couple of times, but I figured we'd just pull together whatever footage I have from the last couple of weeks and continue it into this weekend as well, to make a whole video, and then we should be wrapped on maybe Sunday, or maybe we'll make this a weekend in my life. I don't know. I actually haven't even put the camera footage into my computer to see how much footage I have from the last few weeks, so maybe that's a better plan. scratch everything I just said. What I'm going to do tonight is edit whatever footage I have so far since the last vlog went up. I think maybe that was like 2 weeks ago, and see where we're at with footage for whether this will be a brand new vlog or whether this will be a continuation of the last couple of days I have filmed here and there over the last few weeks. But we will see. I also have a lovely long weekend, so it might be nice to have a weekend vlog. I've got a half day today, Saturday, Sunday, and I've actually got Monday off as well. So it's going to be a lovely long weekend of, yeah, enjoying myself. Anyway, enough with that. We are going to head to Provincial Home now and have a look at the Christmas stuff. Okay, so we've just got to the centre where Provincial Home is. If I stop filming, it's literally because this parking lot is like, everyone kind of looks at everyone, which means if someone looking at me, I'm probably going to stop talking. Anyway, I've just gone to the Provincial Home shopping centre. It's literally like a shopping centre that has four stores. There's an Officeworks, Provincial, KFC and a Starbucks. But I thought I might actually treat myself to a little Starbucks this afternoon. I'll see if they have a festive drink, either like Halloween or Christmassy, because obviously I'm going to be doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, a little bit of house shopping, but also just to treat myself to a Starbucks, because why not? So I'm going to go order my drink, grab that. I'm going to actually walk in and grab it, and then we're going to head to Provincial Home and see if there's any other cute things to pick up, plus get my Christmas wrapping for the year. We had success. Not as much as I was hoping for. I really wish I hadn't have slept on coming here, because I knew what I wanted to get, and I had been going to come here multiple times over the last couple of weeks, but I just didn't, because I was like, oh, there'll be plenty of stuff. Like last year it lasted so long. Anyway, this year I completely missed out on what would have been perfect. Provincial Home do like velvet ribbons for Christmas decorations and like Christmas wrapping, and last year I found a green one which was perfect and I absolutely loved it. Then this year I was going to go back and see if I could get a red version. I didn't even know they were doing a red version, but they have a red and green theme. Anyway, I go in today and yes, they had a beautiful burgundy velvet ribbon which would have been perfect for this year's wrapping, but they had sold out. So it's been really hard to get. So I've got my pumpkin spice latte. There's a mum and daughter watching me. I've got my pumpkin spice latte, I've got my goodies, and then I think we will head home and I will show you what we got. Okay, we just got home, and I thought I would show you what I got from Provincial. I got my pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks and then had a good wander through Provincial. I really shouldn't have slept on going there, because there was a bunch of things I knew I wanted to get, which I did get today, but when I went in there was like a burgundy red velvet ribbon, which is like another version of the ribbon we did on our Christmas wrapping last year, which it mustn't just have been as popular last year for Christmas stuff, Provincial, but they've already sold out of the burgundy, which is such a shame, because it was kind of like the theme we were going for this year, plus we really wanted to add some red. So I'm actually going to jump online and see if I can get a burgundy velvet ribbon somewhere else or online, now that I've seen what it looks like, and I really like it. But apart from that, we did get a couple of other things. So first thing is first, I got this pot, which I was debating between this size and the medium, and now that I'm seeing this at home, I probably should have gotten the medium size. Ooh. Hello. Sorry, my mum just called and I'm actually just waiting for her to call me back, so I'll quickly show you what I got while we wait. But yeah, I got this pot for the olive tree over there, but I'm thinking I probably should have got the next size up. So we'll put this together and see, put it over there and see if I like it, or maybe I'll go and exchange it for the medium size. Then I like to get my wrapping from Provincial Home as well, because it's just so cute, and I knew I wanted these two. I kind of showed them to Blake and got his opinion as well, so I got these two for our wrapping paper for this year, and then just a bunch of ribbons. And this is the ribbon I actually used last year. It's like a green velvet ribbon, but they were almost sold out already of this one, so it's definitely gotten a lot more popular this year. But when I was in there, they actually had a burgundy version of this, which would have been perfect because Blake really wanted some red in the Christmas wrapping this year, which added just like a pop of colour and Christmassy to it. And this in burgundy would have been so stunning with everything, but that's okay. I think I'm going to jump on Amazon and see if I can get just like a different burgundy velvet ribbon now that I know what that looks like. So yeah, this is my little haul from today, and then I think, like I said earlier, I'm going to jump online now and have a bit of a look at a few other bits and pieces that I'm wanting to order, and start making a list of things I will wait until Black Friday to order, and maybe get a couple of things today as well that probably won't go on sale. So yeah, keep you posted. But for now, I'm going to pop a show on, put the pot over there, see if I like it, pop a show on and sit on the couch and edit the last couple of days of footage I have. I'm so out of breath. I think the coffee is like making my heart race a little bit. But yeah, gonna do that and wait for my mum to call back, and then we'll probably have an early dinner tonight as well, so that we can go relax in bed a bit earlier, because this little one has not been getting a lot of sleep just with him being sick and all. You can see where they had to shave him to put the cannula in the other day. But yes, we've both not been getting a lot of sleep, so hopefully we'll be able to pop into bed and lay down and just relax tonight, which will be nice. Hey. Yeah, I think I need to go back and get the bigger one, because I think it looks just a little bit odd being such like a tall, big plant and then such a small pot down there. That's annoying, because I literally was so close to getting the other one anyway. So yeah, I will go and do that tomorrow, I reckon, because they were also running low on stock of those pots too. But I really like it because it's like a little bit different to everything else in the house, so it adds a bit more texture, but it's still neutral like the rest of the house. But yeah, I think it just looks a bit silly and a bit small. And I have another really interesting idea for Christmas decorating this year with the olive tree, so I want to make sure it looks good before I do so. But I'm thinking we've got a nice collection of like martini and cocktail themed ornaments that people had given me last year, or that I'd found. Some really nice ones that were also given to me. So I'm thinking that would be really cute to do this olive tree as like a second Christmas tree with all of the food and cocktail themed ornaments in the kitchen area, potentially, because I have a feeling this is probably where the Christmas tree is going to go this year.